And that's because he can finally get back to focusing on the issues that matter. Like, did we fake the moon landing? What really happened in Roswell? And where are Biggie and Tupac?
Barack Obama delivered one of the most unforgettable moments in White House Correspondents' Dinner history when he turned his attention toward Donald Trump, who was sitting in the audience. Obama joked that nobody was happier than Trump to finally put the birth certificate controversy behind him because it meant he could return to solving life's real mysteries, like whether the moon landing was fake, what happened at Roswell, and where Biggie and Tupac were. The audience erupted in laughter as cameras repeatedly cut to Trump, whose expression barely changed throughout the exchange. The moment instantly became one of the most replayed clips from the evening because Obama never raised his voice or insulted Trump directly. Instead, he used calm delivery and perfect timing to dismantle one of Trump's biggest political talking points. Years later, many people still point to that roast as one of the defining moments that intensified the public rivalry between the two men.
And there was a lot of blame to go around, but you, Mr. Trump, recognized that the real problem was a lack of leadership. And so ultimately you didn't blame Little John or Meatloaf. You fired Gary Busey.
Obama wasn't finished. He shifted to Trump's reality television career, referencing The Apprentice and joking about one of the show's memorable episodes involving a failed cooking challenge. Obama sarcastically praised Trump's leadership skills, saying that instead of blaming celebrity contestants like Meatloaf or Lil Jon, Trump had fired Gary Busey. The punchline landed because Obama pretended it was exactly the kind of difficult leadership decision that kept presidents awake at night. The audience laughed at the contrast between real presidential responsibilities and reality TV drama. It was a clever way of suggesting that Trump's experience as a television personality wasn't the same as governing a country. Rather than attacking Trump's business career directly, Obama framed the joke around pop culture, making it entertaining even for viewers who didn't closely follow politics. The combination of humor, timing, and irony turned another simple joke into a memorable television moment.
Donald Trump is here tonight. Now, I know that he's taken some flack lately, but no one is happier, no one is prouder to put this birth certificate matter to rest than the Donald.
Obama circled back to the birth certificate controversy, once again reminding the audience that Donald Trump had spent years questioning where he was born. Repeating that nobody was prouder than Trump to finally move past the issue, Obama let the audience fill in the joke themselves. The laughter grew louder because everyone understood exactly what he was referencing. By that point, the birther conspiracy had become one of Trump's most recognizable political campaigns, and Obama used humor instead of anger to address it. The calm delivery made the joke even more effective. Rather than appearing defensive, Obama looked completely comfortable, allowing Trump's own past statements to become the punchline. It demonstrated how political comedy can sometimes be more memorable than political arguments, and that single moment would continue to be discussed for years as one of Obama's sharpest public responses.
You gotta win. You know, I've watched a lot of people, leaders, great leaders. And, you know, the one thing about sports is you break it down into, a 2-hour period, something nice. You don't have to wait a lifetime to find out is somebody a winner or a loser. You got a lot of losers, mostly.
Donald Trump eventually responded in his own familiar style, focusing on one word that has defined much of his public image: winning. Trump argued that success comes down to whether someone is a winner or a loser, pointing to sports as the perfect example because the results are immediate and easy to understand. He suggested that America needed leaders who knew how to win and criticized what he described as too many losers in positions of influence. Rather than responding directly to Obama's jokes, Trump reframed the conversation around competition, achievement, and leadership, the themes that have long been central to his speeches and public appearances. His supporters viewed the comments as confidence, while critics saw them as another example of his combative political style. Either way, Trump's answer showed that instead of dwelling on the jokes, he preferred to shift attention back to the image he wanted to project, someone focused on winning above everything else.
I find it interesting that everybody's focused on Trump primarily just because he says in more interesting ways what the other candidates are saying as well.
In another appearance, Obama reflected on Trump's growing influence in Republican politics. He remarked that many people focused on Trump because he simply said, in more entertaining ways, what other candidates were already saying. The observation shifted the mood from pure comedy to something more serious. For a brief moment, the laughter gave way to reflection as Obama suggested that Trump's popularity wasn't only about personality, it also reflected broader political frustrations. That comment stood out because it acknowledged Trump's ability to dominate public attention while also questioning why his message resonated with so many voters.